how can a Scrum Master get a job in today's difficult environment? That's going to be the focus of today's video, so stay tuned. So on my phone, I have received a very sad email from a recently graduated Scrum Master. He's been certified in CSM. They're struggling to get a job now. And he's asking me, what have I done wrong? And the message clearly goes, hey coach Sahib, I've been certified as a CSM Scrum Master and I've recently started applying for jobs. I'm submitting my resume in every company and I'm getting no responses and mostly rejections. And on top of that, I'm starting to lose my motivation. I'm sure a lot of you can resonate in terms of what this person is saying here. I'm sure you can also understand how it can be very demoralizing in this situation. But I want to explain as to why this is happening, why this is a problem for this specific individual, and why it's going to be a problem for all of you within this space that are trying to get jobs as Scrum Masters within the market. First, we need to understand that the Scrum Master role is a critical role. It's not a role to be taken lightly. It's not a role whereby disposable. It's not. All companies that are going through a digital transformation, they need to have something which is called an agile transformation, which backs it. That's that kind of collaborative, empowered way of working. We need staff. We need the staff members to be able to work in this manner. So what we do is that when we are embarking on a digital transformation, we have an agile transformation, which is supporting it. And these two together allows the company to achieve the strategic objective of achieving an overall digital transformation. By having this initiative, this strategy running, it creates employment opportunities, and these employment opportunities creates jobs, and one of those jobs is for Scrum Masters to get employed. How do you get involved? How do you get a slice of the pie? Well, you go and get certified, you go and get yourself educated in the hopes that you can actually get yourself a Scrum Master position. So what do? You go on Google, you go on YouTube, you type in Scrum Master certification, Scrum Master training, and what's the top results? CSM, PSM. So what do? You naturally book yourself a CSM, PSM course, you start to watch all the videos, you get involved in all the training, you get motivated, you set the 2-day course and you take the test and hey presto, you've got the certification. And then what do? You start to rewrite your resume and you start to hit the job market and you get rejections and you get no responses back. That's one scenario. The other scenario is that you might take yourself a boot camp. I've started to hear there's some very popular Scrum Master boot camps available now. And I've also heard stories from these students that they've taken this boot camp and through the boot camp they taught them a whole bunch of stuff, but none of that stuff has been relevant to them as in terms of the resume, in terms of the job preparation, the job interview, none of that has helped them. So even if you go for a boot camp or even if you go for a 2-day certification course, it will not work. It's not going to work because the problem in the market right now is simply one thing. None of these teachers, none of these people that are teaching you these programs have lived a day or a life as a Scrum Master. It's the sad reality. Because if they had lived the day in life of a Scrum Master, they wouldn't be teaching you CSM and they wouldn't be teaching you PSM. That's clear as day. That's clear. Any professional in the market can tell you, hey, how much does CSM, PSM actually get done within the office? About maybe 5 to 10% of what you learn. The rest of that is just theory. That's the sad reality here. And this is where you get those good courses such as SSM, which actually gives you toolkits, blueprints, and walkthroughs and agendas on how you want to execute the meetings, inputs, what's happening in the meeting, and outputs. There's a clearly structured format there that you can practically apply as a Scrum Master. That's what you need. On top of that, why is it challenging? Why is it challenging to become a Scrum Master now? Well, it's very simple. You are in a pool of people who are all certified as Scrum Masters now. CSM, PSM, it's an oversaturated market now. How are you going to differentiate yourself in an overly saturated market? That's going to be your biggest problem. And lack of experience is going to be another problem, because not only are you competing against all these Scrum Masters who have recently certified, a lot of them don't have experience. You won't have experience as well. So how are you going to put yourself into a position whereby it shows you know the knowledge, you know exactly what to do day in and day out as a Scrum Master? This is why specific programs are needed here, whereby it puts you into the situation that you as a Scrum Master in the office will be encountering in the day in and day out. This is what's in my programs, and this is what you're not going to find in anyone else's programs. And the biggest factor that's going to give you the most amount of success is one thing, is having a differentiating factor. You see, every Scrum Master will have a similar set of skills, qualities, and talents. You need to have something which is going to be differentiating, something that's going to give you a unique selling proposition. That will get you a step ahead. That will get you into a winning position. That's going to get you noticed by the recruiter, and it's also going to get you into a position whereby you can actually get an edge, start to feel that you can win, you can actually land yourself the job. So your action item, before we finish up on the video, is that you need to find something which is going to give you a differentiating factor. And I'll tell you one thing, it ain't going to be getting further and further certifications. You need the SSM, Safe Scrum Master Certification 6.0 is the best one, hands down on the market. I have hundreds of videos on my channel explaining this why. But let's not get into that. You need education, you need certification. But picking the right certification is the difference between getting a job and never getting a job. And finding that differentiating factor, or some people might call it the X factor, is going to give you a huge, major advantage over your other candidates that are applying for the job. So guys, that's all I wanted to say in today's video. I hope you understand the challenges in the market, why people are struggling to get Scrum Master jobs, and don't forget, it's saturated if you get the saturated skill sets, but if you get non-saturated skill sets, meaning skill sets which are hot in the market, certifications which are hot in the market, frameworks which are trending in the market, you will be at an advantage. And on top of that, if you get something which is going to differentiate you, that's going to be able to make you stand out even more, that's going to put you into a winning position. If you don't know what those winning position techniques are, what those possible skill sets are, feel free to check out my Scrum Master Training Academy, which is in the link in the description. Contains over 200 to 250 plus Scrum Master training videos, and it contains a lot of information on some of those skills, those unique selling abilities that you need to secure yourself a job within this difficult marketplace. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell icon, and until next time guys, thank you so much for watching.